So guys, I'm trying to keep those strings of hair a little bit separated because otherwise it will be kind of difficult at some point for us to work with them. I will inflate them a bit here. Yes, to give them a bit of a feeling. Okay, let's make the next 4 ones. So I will take, for example, this one. But again, you see, I'm turning on polyframe here to see polygroups, and I see there are similar polygroups here. So I will just auto group, and then I will take Control and this one, alt click here to make my pivot straight, and then Control drag, and everything will be fine. So how to make this a little bit straighter? With a big brush, we just have to move. And you see, this has kind of a few little ones, so we have to make those two. It's inevitable, inevitable, inevitably. All right. So she looks, this and this are looking like there is kind of a bug, like a beetle, which has this kind of horns or whatever, and she looks like this beetle, and this is very characteristical or something for her, which means that we have to do it. That's the thing. Now I want to copy this one and make the other one in the back. Let's see. All right. It will be more straight, like this. Maybe move it. So moving this little tiny part at the end is very difficult. I mean, you will see. If you're making your own character, and I suggest you to do so, because just watching this, maybe it's fun. Maybe it's nice to watch somebody's kind of a pushing themselves and making some character. It could be cool. You can learn some things, but when you make them, when you kind of practice those skills that you are learning, then you are having the big use of this. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that useful. Let me tell you that. So I'm pushing this because I notice how this and this big one and this, the second one here, are kind of a, this is kind of between them, coming from between them, which we will do, kind of. And then we'll have this one, we have it. Second, we have 2 more. Yes. So, but not 2 more, just 2 more, which is not a tumor. If you understand what I'm saying. Probably not. But if you understand, don't be too mad. I mean, it's... Yes. And I want to just increase the size of it like this. So I did this. Yeah, it's good. And then I will move 1 more and just move it back like this. Squeeze it, make it smaller. And this will be the last one. Or is it? I'm not sure. We'll see, because if we want, let's see how it looks. Yeah, she's looking kind of fine. Although maybe 1 more at the back, like this for example, would be kind of logical. Or even a bit like this. Why not? Yeah, we can copy that. Make it smaller. And put it... We need one in here. But let's rotate it, not rotate it, but move it a bit, like, yes. I'm trying with the right radius of the brush to make it work. Hopefully I'm Yes, I think I did it. I will inflate it a little bit because if it's too thin, it's not very nice. Then we'll take this, and what I will do is move it here, cut its wings, they're hidden, and now it's just this. So I can put it in here, inside the other one, like this for example. And I can hide this inside. Let's deflate it with the inflate brush, but without. Alright. This is looking fine. I'll move my pivot in the middle and try to squeeze this. Let's control drag it here to make another one. Yeah, I'm kind of following exactly the hair. And yeah, you can not follow exactly the hair, but see how I'll make it go into the other direction by big brush from far away. You can follow it not so much as I do, but I advise you to do so because it's looking kind of very specific. And since I haven't made too much hairs like this, if any, I would like to keep to this hair, keep myself to this, because I know that it looks good, and I'm playing on certainties. So I'm certain that this could look good if I make it as good as the picture, which I'm not sure I will be able to, but I will try at least. And with the fiber mesh, if this happens to be nice without fiber mesh, we will not go to the fiber mesh at all. Because fiber mesh in ZBrush is just a compromise. The real deal is XGen in Maya, but I've seen a lot of very nice things. I mean absolutely realistic hairs made with XGen, so XGen for me is the thing now for the hair. But I haven't ever used Maya first, and XGen of course haven't used it. So yeah, I cannot do it. Basically this doesn't look super bad now. It looks kind of nice, but you see how this hair is going from her head exactly up. It's not gonna happen this way. We will either have the hair, let me try, like this, a little bit inflated in the bottom. So because she was like taking the hair from this white and making it like this edge. So let's try this. Let's move those to the side a bit. I think it will look a bit better. We'll see. And here. Maybe. Who knows? Not me. I should know. I should know. Let's take the Move Topology brush, make it bigger, and just move this topology, the big one, a bit back. Oops. Solo. You see what things she has on her mind. This. Not very nice to have this stuck into your head, but if you're a stylized character, that's the risks. You have to be able to endure such tremendous torments. What kind of word? I know it from Diablo, the game. Torment. The Chamber of Torment, for example. Alright. I cannot dig this hair, although it could be bigger. So if I want to see if something is kind of like the concept, I will go put my head with perspective a little bit like the concept and try to see. I will try to make it as big as the concept also. Maybe bigger, yeah. Let's go a bit bigger. Move my pivot more on the head and then make this bigger. Yes. Of course, when we put everything on her, what I mean by that is a little bit of clothes, when we have a little bit of a body, we can then kind of decide. But now I will push these things back because they have to start from up here. And I will try to make the flow nice of those things. They shouldn't be like this, for example. They should flow very like straight curves. So we have to go with the move brush and touch them, and touch them. I can deflate the whole hair and it's looking kind of nice. But now it's not looking bad at all. So we need to kind of do more of the hair. What I mean by that is we need to finish it. We need to put more detail, which is not going to be more detail, but we need to go up in subdivisions and try to achieve more things. We have most of the hair, I mean almost everything we have. So we have to be able to, of course, I will just inflate those very, very thin ones, but there's just one which is super thin. It was like paper thin, it's not good. If you have those paper thin, or not paper, but hair thin things in ZBrush, it's not good because it can lead to problems. You have to be careful with that. Just when you see something super thin, inflate it. Don't worry, inflate it, no problem. It will be okay, I promise. Just tiny bit of inflation, it'll be nice. I will smooth it here, smooth here. So this hair is... I dig it. I dig it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Also, what I see is... yeah, I'm not sure, but maybe they all are a bit fat in this part in here. So they go from the head a little bit fatter and then go like this. So they are like bottles or something. I'm not sure about that, but we can try to do it. We have to be very, very careful. Maybe it's nice. I mean, it's normal for this hair, and it should be like this, to be here a little bit thinner, in the middle a little bit thicker, and in the back also a bit thinner. This, I will thin those front ones, because the first and the last should be kind of a small, kind of weak, and the middle one, big one, stuff like this. It's going well, it's going pretty well. We probably will go back to the hair, even when we start the body. For example, now in the courses I'm trying to make the things like this. Take the head, make the head until the end, then make the body until the end, make everything. When I'm working for my work, for example, or when I'm working or freelance or whatever, when I'm working on a model without making a course of it, I'm doing the head. I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it look good. Then I go to the body. I try to finish the body, yes. But then I go to this thing, like the hands. Then I go to some clothes. Then I go to some other thing. I don't kind of keep doing one thing at a time because it's boring. And also, when you sit too much in front of one thing, you're starting to lose the perspective, lose the whole picture. But here it's not a problem when I'm doing these courses because I'm doing like 3 or 4 videos a day. And the next day I'm fresh and I can continue working on the same thing. For you, I kind of advise you to be more careful. And if you are kind of watching more than 3 or 4 videos a day and working on them too, working with them, making your own punk girl character in ZBrush, I advise you to not overdo it. I mean, work no more than 4 hours a day, not more than that. And then just leave it and get back to it when you are ready. Again, which is the next day. Don't skip. Don't skip day. Let's see. She's looking pretty nice. Control D 2 times to get some kind of a geometry, and then we can make a bit of a detail. I will go to solo and we can make a bit of a detail here. With the now standard brush, I will try to add some detail. Of course, we will need more geometry here, but still a little bit of detail. What detail will be this? So this will be kind of a lying to us. This is a stylized thing. We will make just a sharp corner, which is going here, and it, you see how it finishes, and there will be sharp but inward below it. And I will smooth. Then I will make it again, because I want it to be smooth but sharp, if you know what I mean. Yes, something like this. And then from here on, we'll make this sharp angle. I'm doing almost always, I'm doing those sharp lines with a down standard brush. I'm doing the sharp line and then smoothing, and then if I have to, I go with the high polish brush and make the planes a little bit more pronounced. That's how I work. That's how I roll. Here I want to make this not planar, but I want to make it a bit round. So what I'll do is go with the inflate brush and then smooth. And then go to the places that it's not very good and then smooth. And this way, at some point, I will have a very smooth and nice surface. And maybe I can go with the high polish brush and just push some areas which are not so smooth. And here it's not good. So this kind of a stylized character thing seems easy. Not so much. It's not so much easy. But it's, I mean, at some point, if you're making stylized characters, which will not be very big in game. For example, there are characters that will be viewed from big distance or something. You will spend much less time working on them than on realistic characters, of course, for a game like Call of Duty. Because you will not have any detail, basically. You will make the overall forms and then the character will be ready, almost. So that's why I sometimes like to work more on stylized characters than realistic ones, because it's a bit less time consuming and I like things to be fast. As you can see, my YouTube channel is SpeedChar. It comes from speed character, but just speed car without character, yes. And yeah, because I do speed things there. Yeah, speed, most YouTubers are making videos which are, yeah, down standard brush, I'm sharpening. They're making videos which are like from 6 to 15 minutes long, so they are fast videos. They're speeding up the process, they're explaining on the way. It's kind of okay. YouTube likes these videos. YouTube don't like my videos. My videos are hour long or something like this. I even have hour and a half long videos. but I explain a lot and I make live kind of interesting things. Yeah. Okay, ZBrush saves. We have to save often, by the way, although ZBrush these days is pretty good with this saving things. ZBrush is saving first constantly, and second, if it crashes, most of the time, not always, but most of the time, you can find your file saved in here. When you press the comma key and then go to quick save, and here you can find your file. I have a lot of files in here. See this one, but you will not see it now. Because if I open another project, I will close this one and I will lose it. So it's not good. Yeah, I can press save, of course, but yeah, they are confidential things. Some things are confidential. So back in the days when we were young, ZBrush was not that smart, and we lost kind of numerous times 15 minutes by 15 minutes of work. And sometimes 15 minutes of work could be a lot, because you have kind of this kind of idea and start working, and for 15 minutes you are very, and suddenly ZBrush crashes and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this again because, you know, I don't have that inspiration anymore, I don't have that mood anymore, and how do I do it? You just stand up from your computer, go away from it for a while, just for 10 minutes or something, and just get down and do it. It's not a big deal. Never is. So I'm flattening here. I'm trying to achieve kind of a better transition between the hairs and everything. Yeah, and what you notice is that this thing here is kind of anchoring the hair very good into her head, so the hair will not fall, you see? And if, for example, this kind of a girl becomes nice and I like her, I can print it. If we make it with fiber mesh, the hair, it will be difficult to print. But if we make it like this with those things, it will be very easy to print, although those very thin lines in here will be a hell. They will print on some good printers, but they will be like, just touch them and they will fall. They will break through here, through here, through here. Yeah, it will not be nice. But it is what it is. So if we want to put the hair a little bit back because it's too much on the front, we'll go the lower subdivision, and then with the move brush, with big move brush from the side, we'll go and try to make it a little bit better. And we are kind of done with the hair for now. We can do a little bit of a poly painting on it a bit later, maybe in the next video even. Ooh. But we'll see. We'll see. I want these back hairs to go frontward a little bit. But I'm kind of convinced. I mostly like the hair, how it goes, how it came out. Alright, see you in the next video. There will be next video, so see you then.